what do you think of my first video?
I know the real reason you didn't answer my messages or my phone call. I'm upset.
There you have it. My boyfriend is very unsupportive because I didn't answer his phone call.
What if I was trying to support you over the phone?
I don't have anything to say to you.
Exactly.
Hey guys, it's me, Crystal again. Hope you guys are having a good day. So just to start off this video, I wanted to let you guys know again that I'm going to be starting a young adults group here in my town. So if you're from my town, please don't hesitate to message me about that. It's gonna be young adults ages 18 to like 30. I'm probably gonna be starting in the next few weeks. So go ahead and message me my Instagram, I have Facebook, Snapchat. I linked everything down below. And don't forget to subscribe, please and thank you. Okay, so to get on point, I want to talk about a Bible verse. It's Psalms 139. And I'm not exactly sure of the verses. I think it's like 14 through like 16 or something, but I'm gonna go ahead and read that to you guys. So Psalms 139, it says, "For you formed my inward parts, you covered me in my mother's womb. I will praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are your works, and that my soul knows very well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in secret and skillfully wrought in the lowest parts of the earth." So I know probably a lot of you have read this verse before, and I know a lot of you probably haven't. So I just hope that with this, I guess you could say, lesson that I'm going to give today, you take something from it and you take it to heart and you're able to process it in your mind and it's able to help you in your life. Because with me, this Bible verse, it has a lot to do with self-image. And how many of us struggle with self-image? I know there's tons of us, and it's not just girls. It's men, women, children. You know, there's kids that are in elementary school that are already struggling with self-image, and you know, kids that get bullied for the way that they look, and they're taking all those like nasty words in. But what they're not taking in is God's word and what he thinks about you. And it doesn't matter what all of these other people say. So it's just something that I know that I personally have been struggling with probably my entire life. You know, I know, like in high school and middle school, like my whole life, I wouldn't say that I was like really, you know, I wasn't bullied. I wasn't really like an outcast, but for some reason on the inside, I always felt like that because there was just always that one thing that was missing. And, you know, now looking back, I know what it was. It was God. God was missing from my life. So I just want to talk about self-image today and what this Bible verse means to me. I know there's a lot of different interpretations out there. You know, everyone is going to get something different. You guys are probably going to get something different from this verse. But this is just what I got and what spoke to me and what spoke to my heart. And, you know, it says here in the first verse, "For you formed my inward parts. You covered me in my mother's womb." You guys, God, he made you and he knew you before you were even conceived, before you were even in your mother's womb. He knew you were coming before you were even coming. And then once you were there, he formed all of those little parts of you, all those neurons in your brain, you know, all of your insides, your intestines, your heart, your brain, your fingers, your bones, everything. You know, God formed your inward parts. And you know, the next verse, "I will praise you, for I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are your works, and that my soul knows very well. My frame was not hidden from you." Like I said before, you know, he knew you. He knew what you were going to look like. And, you know, we all of us have something unique about us. Yes, we all come from God, you know, God made us into his image, but we're all unique in our own way, and God made us that way. There's something that he has planned for each and every one of us, a purpose for our lives, and we're all going to bring something different to the table. We all have something, you know, a word to bring. You guys could probably talk to somebody about something I can't talk to somebody about because I haven't been through that. So I just want you guys to know that we're all unique, and God made us in so many different ways, and he knew us. He knew us before we were even born. He knew us before we were in our mother's womb. He knew everything, and he knew, and he made us, and he made us into this marvelous work. You know, it was his what is the Bible verse? I can't think about it, but it's like we're his masterpiece, like his greatest creation. Like that's what God thinks of us. So whenever you start to feel like you're worthless or like you don't have a purpose, God made you, and he didn't make you just to make you. He made you on purpose, you guys. He wanted, you know, he knew that you were going to bring something amazing, and you were going to be able to touch so many people, and you were going to do amazing things in this life, you know, but we can't do those things without God. You know, we have to give ourselves over to him. There's a lot of things that we don't want to give up in our lives, and you know, without God, we turn to different things. We have this emptiness inside, because I know with me, even still sometimes, you know, I struggle with a lot, and I feel like something's missing, but that's just because I need to, you know, maybe I just need to pray more, because we all get lazy. We don't want to pray sometimes. I know it's hard sometimes, but when we don't, we tend to turn to things that don't bring out the best in us, you guys. Like, I used to be the type of person, like, people would be like, you can't drink, or, you know, you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do that, and I would be like, why? Like, I want to. It's fun, you know, and I'm gonna be honest, I've done it before. I used to do it a lot, and every single time afterwards, I just felt sick. You know, you get that hangover, you feel terrible, or you do something that you wouldn't normally do. You know, there's a reason why, you know, God put out, I guess you could, these rules. Like, there's a reason for them. It's because so many people go out and abuse these things, and you know, we're not supposed to be doing them because of that, because it doesn't, besides fun, it doesn't bring anything. Like, it's fun in the moment, but you know, the afterward, it's just, you feel sick, you feel terrible, you know, sometimes you don't remember what you did, and you know, it's just not a good feeling. And you know, I feel like this all goes in with, you know, self-image and the way we think of ourselves, because sometimes I would go to like parties, or I would get all dressed up, and I would want to look a certain way because I wanted people to look at me and be like, oh, you know, dang, she looks so good. You know, we all want that, you know, not just girls, like guys too. We all try to like impress all of these other people, but we don't have to do that. You know, we don't have to get, you know, it's good to get all dressed up and all that stuff, but you know, when it becomes a point where you're doing it because you care about what other people think, that's when it gets unhealthy. And I just want you guys to really take this verse to heart and really think about it, because you know, God didn't just, it's not written just because, it's written because he wants you to take something from it, and he wants you to you know, you're made in a way that's so complex and so amazing. I'm sorry for that noise. I think it's my dad in the background, so I'm sorry if you hear all of these noises. But anyways, back to what I was saying. We're made in such a complex way that we can't even, like, it's just the biology of it all. You know, you think about like the cardiovascular system, you know, and how it gives you like all this energy to be able to go out and do all of these things. Or your immune system, you know, it keeps you healthy. Your muscular system, you know, you get moving, you get to go on the elliptical, keep going as fast as you can. Yeah, I can't do that anymore, but one day I'll get there again. And, you know, we have our nervous system, you know, our brain, our neurons, where the ability to think, you know, crazy thoughts, you know, and able to go out and do these things. Like, people have done some amazing things in this world, you guys, and it's all because of, you know, God made you that way. And I don't think we fully grasp how amazing and, you know, how wonderful it is, how wonderfully and fearfully you guys are made. You're not fully grasping that, but think about, you know, all of these little things, like the fingers, you can move them, your nose you can smell, your tongue is taste. Like, God did all of these little things, and he made each and every person, you know, unique in their own special way. And then, you know, there's just so many things about us that we don't fully understand how amazing that is. And we let the problems of this world, or like the magazines, or, you know, all of this stuff, we let that get to us, and we think that we have to act a certain way, and we think that we have to wear certain things. And you know, you don't. You guys are perfect just the way you are. You're beautiful. You're all beautiful people. We all have something amazing to bring to the table, despite what society says or what they put in your heads. Like, you know, I want you guys to really think about you and all of the things that you have done and are capable of doing. And it's just, I'm mind blown, you know, when you actually think about it. It's like, he made us, like, he made Adam, like, out of dust. And, like, can you imagine just, like, picking up some dust and, like, there's a person? Like, it's crazy. And then I believe, like, Eve, he, like, caused Adam to fall into a deep sleep and, like, took his rib, and then there's Eve, you know. And it's just insane. And you know, because we can't see it, it's hard for us to, like, really understand it. And I know that because I'm that way. But, you know, some of us have to see to believe. But, and that's how we think of God sometimes, you know. Sometimes we can't see him physically, you know, there, but trust me, you guys, he's there. It says it so many times in the Bible, you know. He'll never leave your side, no matter what you do, no matter what you're going through. He's always there. He's right here, right now. He's right next to you guys in your room right now. He's, you know, he's everywhere. He's everywhere, you guys. And, you know, there's another thing that I was reading, that I was kind of, like, mind blown about too, because, you know, people, like, one of my questions was, you know, what about the people who have disabilities, or who can't walk, or who can't see, who can't hear? You know, that kind of came to my mind, that question. And, you know, these people, like, I was like, what about them, you know? Because I know a lot of the times when something like that occurs, or when there's, like, an accident and somebody loses their legs or their arms, you know, they kind of go in this state where they feel worthless and they feel like they have no purpose in their life. But if you really think about it, you guys, think about the blind person, you know, the blind person who can't see, you know, they develop this amazing sense of hearing, like, more than people who can see. Like, they could hear, like so many sounds. and think about the person who can't walk. Their upper body strength is, like, insane. You know, they get so strong because just, you know, their legs don't work, so their upper body is so strong. Or think about the person, you know, who can't hear. Their eyesight is probably really good. You know, we think that a disability is like a bad thing, and we think that it, like, I guess, disabled us, you know, disability, disabled. But, you know, I don't think it should be called that at all. You know, a disability isn't really something that disables us. It's something that just brings out something in us that we never thought was there. You know, it just heightens one of our other senses. And, you know, God has a purpose for all of us, no matter what. You know, no matter if you have a disability, no matter, you know, what you think is wrong with you, God's gonna use that. And he's gonna use that and make it into something like even more amazing. And I hope you guys are understanding what I'm saying, because sometimes I have a problem explaining myself in the right way. But do you guys get it? I hope you guys are able to take something from this lesson. And, you know, God can use you. And I just want you guys to realize that. And I don't want you guys to feel like you don't have a purpose, because God has a purpose no matter what. No matter what you're going through, no matter what you think you can't do, God can use you. And if you can't do it one way, God's gonna allow you to do it in another way. But yeah, that's all I have to say today. I hope you guys have a good rest of the week. Don't forget to subscribe down below. I'm gonna be trying to put these on probably every few days, if not once a week. I'm gonna be starting school next month, so I'm probably gonna get really busy, and I'm gonna start like getting things ready. I'm a little nervous, so don't forget to pray for me. I'm gonna pray for all of you guys. I love all of you guys. Thanks for watching. God bless. Have a good day. Bye.